Scott, you're joining us here for the interview after an interesting game here at Hampton and Richmond. Tale of two penalties. What's your views of the game today?
Great start, fast start, and I know it's easy to say it, but we asked the lads for a fast start, and we got it for a moment of quality, lapse of concentration from Hampton. We were able to capitalise on that, and it's a good finish from Gilbs. Two really disappointing goals after. One obviously from a set piece where he's just got a little flick on it. Second one, we didn't track our runner, and one of the things I put on the board was track runners in and around the edge of the box. We didn't do it. Second half, I thought we were much better going down the hill. The aim was to try and get in level at half time, and it was obviously an uphill battle, going in 1 goal down. So yeah, it didn't go to plan, but I thought second half, I thought we got a bit more territory. We probably passed the ball a little bit more. We had to play the conditions. The hill is a big factor in the game. And I thought in the end we probably deserved to come away with something, if I'm honest. We had a few cleared off the line. We took some risks at the back in terms of playing offside. I thought our line at the back was really, really good. We caught them off quite a lot. But yeah, no, obviously we've probably got away with one at the same time with them missing the penalty, which isn't for me to comment on. But yeah, if one of our lads did that, I wouldn't be happy.
Because it's a crucial point in the game, because if he scores out, it's 3-1 up, and then a couple of minutes later you go and get a penalty of your own. Did you think yours was a penalty or foul on Davies?
Yeah, there was. I don't think there was any arguments from their end. I thought they just got on with it. No one went round the referee. You could see that it's just a bit of a sloppy tackle from them. And the one that I gave away was a penalty as well. Tried to hook my foot round the player to try and stop the ball. But yeah, like I said, it's a penalty that was taken really well from our end, and a really poor penalty taken from them. And ultimately, it's let us off the hook. If it goes 3-1, we definitely don't find a way back into the game. I think it really, it really punctures us in terms of any momentum that we had in the game. But yeah, like coming away to Hampton today, I think is a good point in the end. They're a really, really good side. I just said to the lads, I think they're probably a year behind Worthing. The way that they play, they've been excellently well coached from Jules and Donovan and Luke. So credit to them. I know that they've got some really young players. I liken them to us. I think that all of their recruitment's been done from a lower level, and they're a good side. And I really enjoyed today's game. I thought it was played in really good spirits. I thought it was two honest teams going at it. Two different styles of play at times. But I thought when we showed we were at our best, I thought we looked quite good and we looked quite lively and threatening. And they played the way that they played the whole way throughout. So yeah, overall, really happy with the point.
Are you disappointed though with the fact that the second half you had the benefit of going down the hill? You did have the majority of the play. I don't think Hampton had a shot for the first 20 minutes of the game. Were you disappointed not to have created more clear-cut chances? You had possession.
It's an interesting one because the boys in there are really sort of dejected and deflated, and I don't really know why. But sometimes when you play in the game, you don't really get to see an honest version of it. And what I mean is you forget moments in the game because you're just so focused and concentrated. And then they came up with a few moments in the first half and in the second half, and I kind of have to remind myself, but until I watch it back, I'm not sure. But I think my sort of feeling at the moment is one that I'm really pleased that we've gone out there in the second half and we've got something out of the game. Hopefully we can build on that now on Boxing Day, which is going to be a huge match. But anywhere away in this league to get a point is rewarding, and it's tough. So no, I really enjoyed today's game. I think it was 22 players plus the subs, as honest as you'll see. Running through the mud, it was a heavy pitch out there. I can feel it in my legs now. So the lads that run a little bit more than I do, I'm sure, will be tired. They'll need a break until Boxing Day. We'll be in training Christmas Eve. But yeah, no, overall, I think I'm really pleased.
Are the boys kind of lagging a little bit of energy near that last 10 minutes because of the pitch and the number of games? Is that an influence part of it?
Part of me as well. I think that you've got to maybe sometimes settle for a point, and we didn't settle for a point, but you've got to pick your moments. You can't go gung-ho and try and win the game and leave yourself open. We've been guilty of that. One of the things I spoke about in pre-season is maybe taking more points away from home, which we didn't do last year. And what I mean more points is 1 point. So for us, I think we would have taken it before the game. I think they've lost 1 in 11 of their last, 1 in 11 of their last 11 matches. So they're a really good side. Got some really good players. They've got an identity and a pattern that's really difficult to mark and defend at times in terms of their rotations. They drag you out of areas you don't want to go into. And like I said, I think give them a year. I think they'll be a very, very, very good side. They remind me of Worthing a lot. and fair play to them. They've been excellent, well coached, and I'm delighted for Jules. He's a good friend of mine. I think he's done a fantastic job.
You going to have a beer with him after the game?
Yeah, he's just called me in there, so he's just walked past the back of the camera and said come in, so I'll definitely go in there. It'll be nice to go in there and maybe dissect the game together. It's part and parcel of football. I think that's the beauty of football, when you've got friends within the game, that whatever happens during the 90 minutes is forgotten of. He thought I should have been sent off for the penalty tackle, but I tried to play the ball. I haven't just gone straight through the back of him. I tried to hook my foot round the front of him, didn't get it quite right, but I must say I did think there was a couple of fouls on Jammers before, because we all kind of stopped. Yeah, I thought it was an obvious one, but listen, human beings, the referees, he's a good ref, and he just said, listen, I'll watch it back, and ultimately we've got away with one because they've missed the pen, but not ideal. And then obviously lastly, before maybe you mentioned something, I just want to say thank you to our supporters, not only today, but for every match that they've been to this year, whether it's been home, away, the support on social media. We really are grateful for what they give us. I know that I'm biased. I've been here for 7 years, barring 1 or 2 exits during that time, but I honestly believe we've got the best in the league. Home and away, they support us, they clap us off. They're through thick and thin, so we wish them a Merry Christmas. Hope they have a great day with their family, and hopefully we can pack out the park on Boxing Day. We spoke the other day about how many people would be there, and you said 1,500, and I really think that we can get up towards 2,000. Chesham are really well supported. It's only down the road, and hopefully people want some Boxing Day football. 2 good sides, hopefully putting on a show.
Scott, best wishes for Boxing Day. Have a good Christmas from everyone here at South Town Football Club. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ade.
Cheers.